All right. Now, Alexander.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
I'm sure that a lot of guys in here do not know who I am. I am not a politician. But I do stir up a lot of politicians. That is my goal. It's the first time that I've been in Charlottesville without being run out. I've had some weird experiences in Charlottesville. I've been attacked by a clan of Caucasian women calling me a white supremacist. Still trying to figure that out. But the main thing in Charlottesville, it is a beautiful city. I don't live here, but I visit here often. And people have gotten so emotional and sensitive. Everything is racist. If it's not your way. You want to change things just because they hurt your feelings. You want to suppress people's voices just because you don't agree. I figured out something along my travels and speaking, is that people need to have a conversation instead of an argument. You don't need to be louder than the other person to get a point across. Let's sit down and have a conversation. And I've managed to do that. Those people don't argue with me. Maybe because I'm 6'3". But once I do have that conversation, we figure out that we have more in common than we don't have in common. And we start to realize that we're not Republicans or Democrats, but we have the same issues. We got the same problems. We got the same tuition bills for our kids. Nothing changes. People want to be Black Americans or Hispanic Americans. They want to be gay Americans. We got to be Americans. I'm an American that just happens to be Black. There's no country Black for me to go back to. This is mine. That's why I serve. And I don't care about the name calling or what people think. I want to leave this country better than I found it. And I can't fix it arguing. I can only fix it with facts. Like a great man once said, you can have your own opinions, but you can never have your own facts. You can think that I'm a sellout. You can think that I'm an Uncle Tom, which I take as a compliment. Obviously, people that don't understand that's never read the book. But that doesn't matter. My goal is to bring people together. We do a great rally every year. I'm not sure if you guys, the first one was last year. It was called Mother of All Rally. And we had a rally in D.C. for 13 hours without one incident. Not one fight. And you know what the media did? They didn't cover that. They don't want to see that. They don't want you to get along. They don't want you to be educated. They want you to be indoctrinated. They want to tell you what to think. They don't want you to ask questions. And people are so convinced that a Caucasian group of Black Lives Matter think they need to save me. No, you need to save yourself. Because I don't appear to be in trouble. But your brain is in trouble. It makes me sad every time I go downtown in Charlottesville. And I see people complaining about a statue that takes $300,000 to remove. But getting to that statue, I pass homeless people living in the woods. I see a playground with a sandbox full of drug needles. But you're worried about your feelings. And those people that are telling you that these things are bad, trust me, they don't live in the woods. And their kids don't play at that playground. Yours do. We got a lot bigger issues than statues and books. I saw the candidates speak up here, and I'm sure that they plan to do a good job. But I don't want to only hear what you're going to do. I want to hear how you're going to do it. And I want you to understand that you can't do it by yourself. I need you too. Because you are the people that it affects. And we're going to have our second rally here, September the 18th. There will be more too. A lot of people were worried about coming down to D.C. We were threatened by Antifa and several other groups.
Proud member of Antifa.
Well, most of them were in the back of the paddy wagon. But anyway, I'm glad you're a member of Antifa.
I'm against fascism. That's right.
Well, fascism is what you're doing right now. Wouldn't you think so? Fascism is trying to prevent someone from speaking, correct? Or do we read a different dictionary?
Do you actually want me to answer that question?
Yes, I do.
Because you're saying you don't want me to interrupt you, but then you're asking me questions. So
Well, you did it anyway, so I figured I'd just allow you.
I think fascism equals power.
Corporate-controlled government is fascism.
Well, hold on for a
Maybe
second.
I like my brain back and I'll just go.
Hold on for a second. Let her speak.
I think
Because I think the fascism is here. When you're preventing someone else from speaking, that is fascism.
Give her $10.
But these are the people that she knew what the meeting was about. And they show up to interrupt. But you have to maintain
you
calmness.
don't know what I knew and didn't know. Don't speak for me.
You see how you can defeat people without anger?
I want my money back and then I'll go.
You just smile and let her lead. My grandmother taught me a very important phrase. She told me to never say, have a good day. So what I'll say to you, man, have the day you deserve. My name's Dion Alexander. Thank you.